Okay, first and foremost, if you weren't there, you should have been. You missed out. And I feel really bad for you because it was such an incredible time. Like, we witnessed history. And for Philadelphians, for me, it was like a love letter and appreciation for Philly. And I'm so grateful for that. So from the top to the bottom, I thought the first day was incredibly energized. There were so many people just like out and taking in what it truly means to be at the plateau where everybody go. And I really enjoyed Jay-Z. I really appreciated Hove in all of his glory present. You know, we witnessed Hove's evolution. There's nothing that I wanted more at 17, 16 to be on MTV's Spring Break with Hove while he was performing Big Pimpin' and Jigga What, Jigga Who. Like, that's all I wanted in my life. So to have it now as a millennial where Hove is damn near 60 years old, still pulling up, doing it this big, and to bring out State Property, like the original State Property, like, what? I'm so grateful. The second night, even more spectacular. First of all, you got Erykah Du out here with all these jewel tone colors under a full moon. Need I say more? Need I say more? If you know, you know, and if you got it, good. Like, what? T.I. was definitely out there in full tip. Other good performers like Corinne Bailey Ray was really good. There's another performer that I really didn't know too much about, Sasha Keeble. Baby can sing her ass off. Like, the go-go set was so good. It was just a really great time. Like, I'm so thankful that Roots Picnic is in Philly and we have it, and it's like the official unofficial start to summer, and baby, I'm here for it. Now let's get to Hove. Let's get to Hove. Like, I'm so grateful that Hove really put on for Philly the way that he did, for State Prop, for me. It truly was a love letter, and I received it all. I felt it all. I really can't stress enough how historic this was, witnessing this. First of all, let me tell you, once Beans and Free came out, I said, okay, I know what's happening here. We're about to turn up. So at this point, and I'm seeing all of this going down, I'm thinking, hold on. They about to do what we do, y'all. They gonna do what we do, y'all. And nobody wanted to believe me. They was like, no, nah. And I'm like, they're about to do what we do live. I'm hyped as fuck at this point because I know what is coming. I'm like, y'all don't see this? And then it happens. When the fucking beat drop, I shed tears. Real life tears. Like, I can't believe that this is happening to me right in front of my face. I just can't describe it. It was so incredible. 60 in a fro, all of his glory. We've witnessed Hove's evolution. Like, look at him. Respectfully, he definitely looks like a man who deserves a woman like Beyonce. I said it. He's carrying himself like a man who deserves a woman like Beyonce. And Hove had the swag, and has always had swag. My biggest celebrity crush was H to the Izzo, V to the Izzy. You couldn't tell me shit about Jay-Z. And when he got with Beyonce, I was like, all right, okay, I mean, I guess. She cute. He made mistakes. He went through his healing journey, and now look. Like, wow. Look at Hove. Like, I was shocked. I also appreciated the staging and the lighting. Like, there were not really massively bright spotlights on him to illuminate him in that fashion. Everything was just low lit and like, Roots Picnic was so good. Like, one thing Roots Picnic did was remind me of who I am and why I am who I am and why it is so incredibly important to stay true to who I am. I really wish everyone an opportunity to experience roots from the way that I do, even as a Philadelphian, even as just a hip hop and R&B fan. Like, it's just, everybody always want to talk about, oh, we ain't had this, and the parking was terrible, and you couldn't get an Uber. Yeah, I know. So, word to Roots for doing their best, but there are some ways to develop and enhance the experience, and I really want to give you some of those solutions. Okay, call me. There are some solutions to really enhance the guest experience, and that's one thing that I think if you, Roots organizers, the legendary Roots crew, focus more of the energy on, no one can argue that they don't have a good time at Roots. No one will ever be able to argue that. Now, there are some things you can't control, like natural occurrences, but there are some things you could control, and something as simple as increasing some volunteer on-foot support and directional cues and signage would have been incredible. But we can get into all of that, Roots. In fact, I would really love to get into all of that with you. Call me. Call the West Philly Princess. You need me. You need me, because if you had me, you wouldn't have missed the amazing, incredible vantage point that is the city of Philadelphia from the plateau. I honestly think Roots should be free, because if it's free, then it kind of takes away all of the commotion at the front, and you can just have people come in and do their thing. Then of course you can upcharge if like you want this experience for free, or you can get it for VIP and you get all of these other things as well, you know. But also too, there was competing sound, a lot of competing sound, like a lot. And I think at the man is his natural amphitheater, so it already projects and kind of like encloses the sound on itself. You didn't hear the sounds from the other stages. This one was very, very, very bad competing sound, and I did not enjoy that. Notice I didn't say that I'm having a bad time. I'm just making note of some of the things that could have been amplified just to like enhance guest services. Speaking of guest services, where are the water options? Why is everything just like Dasani? Like, give us some sparkling water, give us some water options, give us some juice. So I think the food, and being in Philly, and Philly being such a foodie city, I would really like to see some of the food vendors have, natural food vendors having more of a stake in the game. And that could have been things like, you know, selling juices, selling smoothies. That's Roots Picnic, selling fruit. Like, everything don't gotta be corn dogs, popcorn, and funnel cakes, and beer. You know what I mean? Let's try something different, and you're in an area to do that. Secondly, where are the vegetarian options? I'm a vegetarian. You ain't even give me a veggie burger, not even a faux nugget. Everything was just like meat, chicken fingers, seafood. Great. Hey, we need to make this the main stage, because you can see both stages, which would be such an awesome experience if you would have kept everybody at the first stage. The second stage should have been much, much smaller and dedicated to some of the not so larger acts and DJ sets, because that could have been set up like a little living room vibe. We over there two-stepping. Me understanding the area as well as I do, there were so many other places where people could have actually just like parked in a unified way, and it would have made smooth access, entry and exit. So just creating better access points is key. Directional signage is also very, very key. And I'm not just talking about park here, walk here. I'm talking about like, we are in section Liberty Bell A. You can find us over here type deal. You know, there were too many times, there were so many people that came out, and there were too many times where it's like, I'm trying to get to the people I'm trying to get to, but I can't find them because there's so much going on. There's some of them good cops that they always talking about. Have some of them officers come out and direct parking and direct traffic. And that brings me to my last point. Where was Will?